Removing the cage, we will be moving on to this Ecto body right here that I've already painted up. Now I'm not going to be making body. Hey guys, welcome back to Revolution XRC. Today we are going to have this Element Gatekeeper go under a transformation. Basically, I'm going to be getting rid of this Gatekeeper cage and moving on to an Ecto body. Now, if you didn't know, the Element Gatekeeper and the Element Ecto are pretty much the same rig, just with differences in the body. One runs the cage and the other one runs the Lexan body. As far as the chassis goes, since mine is the kit version of the Gatekeeper, I do have a few upgrades that the regular Ecto does not have, mainly the high clearance front links right here. Also, I believe the trailing arm has this sway bar right here that does not come in the Ecto. The bronze shocks, of course, and let me think. Oh yes, I believe the Ecto comes with a plastic version of this panhard mount right here, while the Gatekeeper kit comes with the metal version. So let's take a look at what finally spurred me on to change the body. Here's the infamous break here at the nose. I mean, this cage, it looks nice, but it is heavier than a Lexan body, so moving on to a Lexan body will definitely perform a lot better. I did have a lot of fun with this cage, but I'm kind of at the point where my Sendero hasn't been running for a while. I've been meaning to paint up a new body for it, but I'm keeping that rig with a Sendero body because I just love the way that looks. Now, as far as this Gatekeeper kit goes, it performs really well even with the cage, but I want it to perform even better. So I wanted some body with a high clearance up in the front and lightweight, and the Ecto was the perfect body for that. Now, I still will be running trailing arms in the rear, so it's going to be a little bit different from my Sendero with the longer wheelbase, less clearance with the trailing arms, of course. But it will be fun to try to get this rig to perform with a Lexan body on it. I'm trying to get all these rigs running for Proline. I'm still not sure which rigs I'm going to bring yet, but there's a possibility if I like the way that this rig runs well enough that I might bring this to Proline. It'll be my first time there, believe it or not. I didn't have a car to get there before. Now I do. I have an SUV to get there, so it'll be perfect for me to stay overnight there. Anyways, let's get started. Removing the cage, and we will be moving on to this Ecto body right here that I've already painted up. Now I'm not going to be making body post holes in the body. I'm actually going to be using magnet mounts for this, and I'm also going to have to trim the bottom of this body right here because I don't want it to hang lower than the sliders, but I'm also not going to be using the stock sliders. So that brings up another point. I will be using these Rock Pirates RC sliders for the Gatekeeper / Ecto. Actually, I think it's for the Ecto only because I don't think the cage fits over this. But we will be installing these sliders today. Now, what these Rock Pirates sliders will allow me to do is to have a protection for the body here with the edge of the slider. It'll fold up over the edge of the body. It'll protect the body from getting cut or bent at the bottom there. You'll notice that these stock sliders don't have any protection whatsoever. It's basically just a mount for your trailing arms, but other than that, there really is no protection for the body. I mean, it was running a cage after all, so it didn't really need it, but with the Ecto body, I don't believe the stock Ecto, I think the stock Ecto still uses the same sliders, so that body is definitely not protected on the sides. Now, these are the parts that come with the Rock Pirates RC Ecto sliders. You'll see that you will be using or reusing the hardware that is currently on the rig. And there's one screw left over that we don't need because these rock sliders don't need them. And we're done with one side. Let's go ahead and move on to the other side. Alright, now I've got both rock sliders installed, and that will pretty much allow me to put on this Ecto body and protect it. You'll see how the body will sit right here on the slider, and this slider here has some protection for the body. Now the body is sitting a little bit high, so I'm gonna have to trim off a little bit of this bottom here to kind of bring the body down, which is what I want. But that's pretty much it. I mean, I am gonna figure out how to magnet mount this, and I've got these rock sliders installed. So definitely a good addition if you're running an Ecto, or if you're planning to convert your Gatekeeper to an Ecto. So we'll see what I can come up with for the body mounts for this body, and we'll be right back. Alright, to wrap up swapping the Gatekeeper cage for the Ecto body, I've added these magnet mounts from Armory RC. Right here, 1, 2, 3, 4 magnets on the body posts, and on the body side, we've got the magnets inside magnet cups right here. And that is how I'm going to mount the body using this magnet cup system. So here, and works perfectly with the Rock Pirates RC sliders. So that pretty much covers it as far as having a magnet mounted body goes. Can't give you a really good view here. Let me try to adjust that. Alright, I have my camera a little bit too close to the rig, but here you can see that the body is all swapped over. And once again, it is utilizing the Armory RC magnet mount system. Basically these two cups that allow the magnets to sit level because they're kind of angled. Right here, corresponding magnets on the body posts, front and rear, and it actually rests perfectly onto the Rock Pirates RC Ecto rock sliders right there. So that's about it. So please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell for future updates on this rig, which is now no longer a Gatekeeper, but maybe an Ecto Keeper, as far as what I'm calling it. Not fully an Ecto because it's got some of the Gatekeeper components. We'll just call it an Ecto Keeper from now on. Thanks for watching.